Okay, what the heck? Okay, there we go. Now it's working. For some reason it says microphone not connected. I don't know what that was about. Anyway, I'll go ahead and just check my audio real quick because I'm still I made one slight change. Where the heck? Okay, there it is. Trying to find Alt Tab. Go ahead and listen to how it sounds real quick. Okay, that sounds okay. Let's go ahead and get started. Hello everyone! Hope you're having a fantastic day. Today we're going to start out, well, I guess we're going to hopefully try and get through all of the physical range DPS quests today. I'm going to obviously be doing it as Dancer, and I'm wearing the Endwalker Dancer gear because I like that a bit more than the Dawntrail one. Although the Dawntrail one doesn't look that bad either. It doesn't look bad, I just prefer this one a lot more. Anyway, let's not dilly-dally anymore. The person that we are going to help today is our Mobblejaw friend over here, Growljaw. To steal a steel hog. Growljaw's eyes are full of expectation, or is it dust? Greetings. So you have decided to aid my people in retrieving our treasure, yes? They will be glad to know my long and arduous journey from our homeland in the distant south of Dawntrail was not in vain. As for the treasures we would have you recover, it contains the undying essence of an armadillo troll. These steel hogs, as we call them, rely on their tough hides to protect themselves from predators. The legends speak of one that lived to an extraordinary age, perhaps due to its natural suit of armor, and came to be known as the Lord of the Forest. At the end of its long life, our ancestors enshrined the Vidrol's soul within the steel hog vessel. For generations since, the divine blessings it bestows have been a great boon to my people. Those under its protection need not fear wild beasts, for fang and claw cannot harm them. This allows us to hunt in the forest without risking our lives. This treasure, so crucial to our people, was stolen by a tall, slender merchant, or rather, a man posing as one. He came bearing exotic wares from foreign lands, and served alcohol freely, toasting often to new friendships. My people became caught up in celebration, and in the morning, the merchant was gone, along with the steel hog vessel. Without it, we cannot bestow its blessing afresh upon our hunters. The effect wanes over time, and one by one we are losing our protection against the savage predators that stalk our lands. Well, it sounds like you just got a skill issue on your hand. As I and my granddaughter, Seatoljaw, still possesses the treasure's blessing, we have been tasked with locating the steel hog vessel and returning it to the village. The trial led us here to Tuliolol, where we believe the perpetrator boarded a ship and made good on his escape. The journey here has already pushed this decrepit body of mine beyond its natural limits, and a lengthy voyage by sea would likely be my end. Although I urged Seatoljaw not to make the crossing alone, she was determined to give chase. Given that you hail from across the ocean, your knowledge of these lands will prove invaluable to her. Not only that, but our quarry may use the steel hog vessel to his own ends. Only a skilled warrior can stand against such a foe, and Seatoljaw is no warrior. Then why does she have this blessing? You said she's not a warrior, but, like, she's one of the hunters? Okay. Also, how the heck am I supposed to beat someone that I can't harm? You have your treasure in 2 shakes of an armadillo's tail. It's a dilla, man. Not an armadillo, it's a dilla. Looks like refusal isn't an option. Fine, I'll help. That's a bit mean. I'm truly grateful. My granddaughter's first port of call. is a place called Alamigo. Okay, so we're going to the Alamigo and Garabania region for this one. You see, as the thief took all of our wares, as the thief took all of his wares with him, the only clue left behind was an empty bottle of whatever grog he was serving. After asking the sailors here, it seems it was produced in Alamigo, and with no other leads, Sitol Jaws set forth. Once you arrive, she should not be difficult to find, well, considering there's, like, no Mumble Jaw in the desert, as far as I can remember, unless, you know, there's a very good chance I'm just completely misremembering. Yeah, I'd say it's probably pretty easy to find her. These days, only a handful of Mumble Jaw attempt the journey, most of them brutish mercenaries. Sitol Jaw is a far daintier creature, and is sure to have made a favorable impression on the locals. May the Steel Hog watch over you. Hey, I don't need help. I don't need the blessing. As Sitol Jaw has traveled to Alamigo, perhaps you should begin your search by asking around at Ralgar's Reach. Okay, sounds good. And let me just double check the audio again. Yeah, it sounds fine. Alright, let's talk to Ralgar first, and then we'll teleport over to Ralgar's Reach. It brings me great solace to know that my granddaughter has such a capable ally. Dude, I literally haven't done anything. How do you know I'm capable? Of course, retrieving the artifact is of utmost importance, but it's Sitol Jaw's safety that concerns me most. Doesn't she have this, like, invulnerability blessing? Why are you concerned? I dread to think what dangers await her. I dread to think what dangers await her across the ocean. And don't worry, she'll be fine. Alright then, let's go ahead and teleport over to Ralgar's Reach. She just so happens to be at that settlement. How did she even get there? There's no like ports here. I mean, like, I guess she went to Lenosha and then, like, took an airship to Garabon. No, they don't have an airship there. To the Black, I don't know, whatever. Let's go ahead and question locals, see if we can find her. Looks like our first person's over here. Oh, there he is. Germaine? Germaine. Okay, I guess it is Germaine. Okay. But it's with two N's. Or Germaine. Manny? Germani? Maybe, because it's a woman, right? Yeah. Yes, I met the Mumblejaw girl you're after. She was looking for a tall, thin man. Some sort of thief, apparently. Yep, that's who we're looking for. Sounded a bit like the leader of a gang of bandits that lurks around Virjala? Sure. So I told her as much. Chances are, that's where she's headed. I hope she stays out of trouble, considering she's going after a bandit. Probably not. The next person should be right here. Yes, Odelia. A Mumblejaw, you say? As it happens, she came over while I was cleaning the cannons. She showed me an empty rock bottle and said she was looking for the bloke it belonged to. Thing is, that brand's found all over Alamigo, so I wasn't able to help her narrow down her search. And you're not helping my search either. Alright, third person should be here. Donna. Yes, I saw a Mumblejaw on my patrols, but he carried an enormous axe. Not at all like the person you described. So when he said dainty little thing, I'm fairly confident that's just him seeing her as his granddaughter, when she's actually this big tough, like, warrior. Because it doesn't really make sense to have a dainty person, even though he specifically said that only the warriors get the Steelhawk blessing. So it kind of doesn't really make sense for her to be this dainty Mumblejaw, but then, like, get the warrior's blessing. Anyway, we'll see in a minute, or I guess more than a minute. Let's see, where are we headed out? Oh, okay, all the way over to the Peering Stones. Okay, let's do that. I don't remember much from Stormblood, to be honest. I just remember being a bit disappointed with it, but not quite in the same way as Dawntrail. Anyway, looks like she should be down here. There we go. Is that who we're looking for? Okay, she isn't giant big, but she is a, I mean, she's a female Bunewa, so that's kind of what we expected. Ouch. Here, let me apply some of this ointment. It's a common remedy where I come from. Que? Oh, are you here to lend a hand? This poor soul was attacked by highwaymen, and I could use help tending to his wounds. Do I look like a medic to you? All I can do is dance. Don't worry about me. It's my escort who's in trouble. He's in pursuit of the thieves, and I fear he's bitten off more than he can chew. Please, will you lend aid to him? I mean, I guess so. Oh, more. Oh, there's the axe person that I think one of them mentioned. Oh, there's the axe. That's who they mentioned. You thieving bastards! Wrecked. What? But how? Behold! Ah! Kind of an interesting mask these people have. Nothing like a bit of divine intervention to tip the scales in my favor. With this artifact in my hand, I am invincible. Oh right, I'm using the Manderville weapons. I don't remember if that's Gleam or not. And I might actually be using them. Another one, eh? Not that it matters. Cool, Jaw. It's time you earned your coin. Is that the same axe that Wokalamon has? I appreciate the assistance, but he wasn't joking about divine intervention. I know. And I happen to be a god slayer. Some strange force pushed me away. I can't even get near them. The Steelhog vessel! Return it at once, and the stolen goods. Wait, he's backing away from her? Oh ho! You followed me all this way here from your backwater village. Alas, your journey has been for naught. The vessel is mine. Okay, I gotta figure out how to pronounce this. Shaltaufite. That's probably completely wrong, but I'll just go with it. Will make better use of the artifact than you and your ilk ever could. By the might bestowed upon me, I will become the savior of the oppressed and destitute. In light of my grand ambitions, the vessel's power would be wasted on the likes of you. If you cannot hunt without it, might I suggest a change of diet? I hear the acorns are delicious at this time of year. You know, that's kind of what I mentioned earlier, like, you're supposed to be, like, strong warriors. Why are you need to use this vessel to, like, it sounds like a skill issue. Damn it all! I was so close! I don't know how you were close when you were just standing there. But now's not the time for regrets. Those two are in need of a healer. I'll see them safely to Ralgor's Reach. Would you mind meeting us there? Once their injuries have been treated, we'd better tell the resistance soldiers what happened. Why is there still resistance when we've already cleared Garlemald out of this place? Anyway, let's go ahead and teleport back to Ralgor's Reach. Wrap this first quest up. Also, I don't quite see the dainty part that he was referring to. But I also am not sure about the whole part about her being a warrior. Because she isn't this big burly Mamal Jah that I expected. But then again, this is the female Bunewa model that they use, so I guess that's what they had to go with. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk to everyone, and then Sitol Jah. Losing all that stock is a bitter pill to swallow, but we're lucky they didn't take our lives as well. I thought I could handle whatever ruffians the desert might throw at us. Some escort I turned out to be. Well, I'm glad we made it to safety without any more trouble. Those bandits wouldn't dare step foot in this place. Well, yeah, 'cause I'm here. Ah, how rude of me. I never asked your name, or how you changed across us, for that matter. You came all the way from Tuliol at my grandfather's behest? I can't tell you how grateful I am. As for the highwaymen, they possess the Steel Hog vessel, a treasure from my village. Not only does it grant protection from harm, it also produces a potent blast when the barrier is dispelled. As long as our enemies have the vessel, attacks at close quarters will be extremely risky. And that's why this is the physical ranged quest. Although, as we say in my village, cracks form in even the mightiest of shields. Knowing this, we are careful not to rely too heavily on its powers. But now that the Steel Hog vessel has been stolen, this selfsame power is being turned against innocent people such as yourselves. I only hope you can forgive me for allowing this to happen. Sounds like it was everyone else's fault getting drunk. There's nothing to forgive. If anything, we should thank you for coming to our aid. That Talfite and his lackeys have a lot to answer for. Indeed. We'll give the Resistance our testimonies, and with any luck, the information will go some way to clapping those bandits in irons. I'll go with you. The soldiers here need to be warned about the vessel. No, leave that to us. We'll relay what you've told us word for word. After all, you'll need to move quickly to have any chance of getting your artifact back. When you catch those robbers, give them one for me. I'm gonna give them one for the quest completion, not for you. How about you, Brilliant? I hope I can count on you to be there for whatever else comes next. Oh, don't worry about that. Aha, I knew it! I sense you're eager to get started, but I need time to plan our next move. Bandits are known for being found easily. What do you mean, you just go to the convenient orange circle? What convenient orange circle? Nothing. I was surprised to see a fellow Mamal Jah among them. I can't imagine why that Kakul Jah... Wait, it's Kakul Jah would work for Talfite of all people. I don't know why, but I don't really care. I'm sure he'll be important, because it looked like he kind of recognized her or something. Anyway, let's go ahead and start up the next quest. Bandits abound. Though hers is not the easiest face to read, Sitoljaw's expression suggests she has vital information to share. Yeah, you can see in the background that he's there and like facing away from her, so maybe they have some relation or something. Brilliant! I heard something that might help us. One of the soldiers has been contending with the same bandits who stole the vessel. I'll go and find him. Give me a moment, would you? It's been a moment, Steeljaw. Where are you? Sorry to keep you waiting. I hope I get paid by the hour. Huh. When she told me she'd been sent an assistant, I never would have guessed it'd be the savior of Alamigo herself. You're something of a local celebrity, I take it, just a little. I'd love to hear more about that, but for now, let's concentrate on the matter at hand. Yes, quite. The bandits you've been chasing are behind a spate of recent incidents in Alamigo. What's more, it appears that this Teofite, I really don't know how you're supposed to say that. Normally I can figure out the L's in names, but not this guy. He's part of a larger network known as the Passage of the Unbound we know, which is spreading its mayhem far and wide. In particular, they've been carrying out raids on trade caravans heading here from Gridania. We've increased patrols along that route, but the bastards strike so quickly that they've usually made good their escape by the time aid arrives. On the rare occasions we've caught them in the act, they use some kind of device or magic object to deflect our arrows and send us sprawling. Yeah, she knows all about that. That's the Steelhawk vessel. It was stolen from my village, you see. I'm sorry for all the trouble it's caused. The one who took it, Teofite, said something about using its power to help the oppressed and destitute. What do you think he meant by that? What, he's a Garlean sympathizer? That sounds familiar. The reports say the thieves were shouting something along those lines during the other raids. They claim the mercenaries are overworking and underpaying their laborers, and therefore deserve to be targeted. I don't see how stealing a bunch of goods helps the workers, and there's not a shred of evidence that anyone is being exploited. You don't have to be right for people to, follow you. If you ask me, they're just in it for the money. Yeah, that's about right. In any case, the reasons won't matter a jot once they're behind bars. But for that, we'll have to catch them first. The most recent incident occurred near Porta Praetoria, one of the waypoints on the road to the palace. If you want to know more, you'd best hear it straight from the commander there. Anyway, I'll send word ahead to let her know you're coming, assuming you are, that is. Yes, of course. Much appreciated. This sounds like a promising lead. The soldiers here were good enough to explain the lie of the land around here, so I shouldn't have any trouble making the journey by myself. I'll see you there. Alright, now I always get the peaks and the... what's the other zone called? The peaks and the fringes mixed up. Because, the Amalja stuff is in the peaks here, but then I never remember what stuff is in this one. Like, if you just give me a screenshot of either one of these zones, I wouldn't be able to tell you which one was which. Maybe that's one of the reasons that Stormblood was so that the Girabanya portion of Stormblood was a lot less memorable than the Doma section. But anyway, that's a whole nother topic of discussion. Let's go ahead and talk with Sitolja and learn what we can from this commander. I think I found the right person, though it's rather difficult to tell who's who with those matching uniforms. Also, I forgot to zoom out. Oh well. Go ahead and talk to the commander. It'd be nice when I get my new monitor eventually, like in the next couple weeks, and I won't have to fiddle around with this zooming in stuff anymore. I am glad I started doing that because I do think it's much higher quality, but it's always annoying when I forget to zoom back out. Anyway. Good, you're both here. My colleague at the Reach has told me everything. I can confirm that we've had several sightings of Charles Taufite and his gang in recent days. They've even taken to ambushing our patrols. Whereas most brigands would flee from armed and armored soldiers, this lot seems to take pleasure in goading us into attacking. Yeah, probably just so that they can, like, flaunt their power and stuff. The treasure they carry makes them invulnerable. It can also emit a devastating blast, but it's only effective at short range. Taufite wants to draw your soldiers into close quarters because there they stand no chance. Well, that explains their uncommon boldness. Thank you. This information will go far in helping us contend with the bandits. Sorry to interrupt. Over-the-top Ellas and emotes. Who might you be? Oh, simple peddlers, my good lady. I myself am of Gridonian stock, and after learning my craft in the markets of Ul'dah, I now deliver all manner of finery to eager patrons through Eorzea. Is now really the time? But enough about that. I hope you'll forgive me, but I couldn't help overhearing you mention a gang of highwaymen. We've heard similar tales from other traders passing through, and it seems some stretches of road are more dangerous than others. In fact, the bandits are most often seen at a specific location not far from here. If you like, we can take you there ourselves. This sounds like a trap. Please, by all means. This is definitely a trap. Wait, Brilliant can take care of herself. Yeah, I can. This woman knows what she's talking about. But I cannot allow any more civilians than necessary into the area believed to be teeming with bandits. So we're gonna find out that she's actually a decent fighter, but everybody thinks that she's like a, what did he call her? I forget what adjective he used, but like small. It seems I've no choice but to ask you to go without me. Okay, no, maybe she's not a fighter? I don't understand what he said about that whole business of her being a warrior, or only warriors used the thing. Anyway. Sorry, but if those highwaymen did turn up, I wouldn't be much good in a fight. Yeah, I must have been I must just like misunderstood what he was saying at the beginning. Well, you head off to investigate. I'll see if there's any more information to be had here. Sounds good to me. But seriously, this sounds like a trap. Then it's settled. I shall leave our newfound friend in your capable hands. Wait, oh, if you say so. I suppose we should be on our way? Then, if you do run into one of those highwaymen, you'll protect us, right? Well, if this is a trap, then I don't really need to protect you from anything. Ah, there we go. One's headed your way now. You know what to do. What? Unacceptable. Either you do this without my help, or I'll find someone who can. Show some backbone for once. Yep, it's a trap. I'll see if they can tell me anything more about Shal Taufite and his gang. Be careful out there, won't you? And I think they're the ones that need to be careful. Should you encounter the highwaymen, I trust you will exercise some degree of restraint. Sure. We can't interrogate the suspects if you've reduced them to a bloody pulp, now can we? Well, maybe you can, but, you might need some, clairvoyant magics. Just put them on their arses and leave the rest to us. I'm American, I don't pronounce ass like that. As luck would have it, my fellows and I've yet to be assailed by any bandits. Yeah, except, you know, this could just actually be the guy. Champfontaine or whatever his name was. Perhaps if the other caravans invested in some proper escorts, they wouldn't be such easy targets. Right. Sure. Anyway, let's head on over and walk right into their trap. Because this is definitely a trap. 110%. Ah, hello, boys. This is definitely not a suspicious location to be standing. Did you hear that? Those balls! It must be my imagination. Let's not dally here too long, eh? Right. We're almost there. It's just on the other side of this gully. Actually, if it's all the same to you, we'll wait here while you go on ahead. Really? Okay. This is already more than close enough for my liking. Oh, I think these two are actual traders, and the other guy is the one obviously springing the trap. Anyway, we got some purple smoke. Yep, there's some purple smoke. Let's go ahead and inhale some of it. I mean, wait at the destination. Yeah, that's what I meant. Also, most of these abilities, the only one that I got at like level 100 was Oh, so I'm completely messing up this rotation, but whatever. So I don't remember, like, I kind of know what to do for this stuff, but I'm just gonna, Dancer is basically just press the glowy buttons at the end of the day, so that's what I'm gonna end up doing. Because it looked like I was able to skip the standard step thing. Is that from one of these now? Maybe it is. Either way, let's go ahead and meet back up with these guys. What? You're back? Oh yeah, they were in on it. What? You're back? I mean, welcome back. Yes, that's it. Yeah, sure. Hi, I'm back. You beat them? All of them? How very fortunate. Well, then, I'd best contact the boss. I'm sure he'll want to know all about this. No doubt he's still talking to your friend and the commander. They'll be glad to hear you've come to no harm. You'll never guess what, boss. She trounced them, the lot of them. Yes, understood. I'm not quite sure why, but he said they'll be here in a jiffy? Is it true? You beat them all single-handedly? Yeah, they were only level 92. Gods be good! I'm glad you're on our side. I mean, it was 3 level 92 enemies. It wasn't that much. I've literally killed gods. Anyway, I'll take it from here. My. Very impressive. And how jolly convenient for those villains to appear exactly where we thought they would, too. But above all, I'm glad no one was hurt. Well, no one important, that is. I'm relieved to see that everyone's safe. It must have taken a lot of courage to bring Brilliant here, knowing the danger could be lurking around every corner. Right. Are you sure you're alright? If you're putting on a brave face for our benefit, there's no need, I assure you. No, we're fine. Couldn't be better. Well then, I'd say that's enough excitement for one day. We'd best continue on our way to the Alamican quarter. Wares to sell, deals to broker, that sort of thing. I dare say it'll be some time before any ne'er-do-wells have the gall to descend upon this neck of the, desert. And as for you, my friends, I'd advise you not to stray too far from the beaten path, if you know what's good for you. Ta-ta! Ah yes, just your normal, very normal merchants. There's nothing left for us to do here, so let's head back to Porta Pretoria. And no one suspected a thing. Yeah, okay, let's head on back to Porta Pretoria. For a second I thought I forgot to click zoom out. Yeah, so clearly that was a trap, and we fell right into it and killed everyone, because that's what we do. Let's go and talk to Citoldja. Well, that was all very strange. One moment they're helping us apprehend criminals, and the next they're racing off to peddle their wares elsewhere. That sounds like normal merchant behavior to me, but I guess it's suspicious. Merchants certainly are a busy lot, aren't they? Yeah. Merchants. Not that I'm complaining, of course. With those suspects in custody, I'm sure the Resistance will be able to wring some valuable information from them. I expect all the wringing will take a while, though. It looks like we've been given an opportunity for a little rest. You've certainly earned it, and I don't do that. Yeah, and then we're just gonna go ahead and start the next one. Alright, let's go ahead and start the next one. There's 6 in this quest line, right? I forget how many they do for these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's 6 in this quest line. So let's go ahead and start up the next one. Take me to your leader. Citoldja is patiently waiting for the Resistance to finish interrogating the captured highwaymen. At a guess, I'd say the Resistance has been interrogating the captured highwaymen for long enough to get some answers from them. Yeah, all 5 seconds, yes. With any luck, we may even learn more about where we can find Shaltefite, except I'm pretty sure we met him in the last quest, but okay. He just wasn't wearing his goofy mask. I'm sure the commander is eager as we are to put a stop to all his misdeeds. Let's go and see if she's unearthed any useful information. Alright, let's go ahead and meet up with the commander. Maybe she can teach me some of those interrogation techniques they used. Anyway, have you heard of... Wait, no, I probably shouldn't say that. I probably shouldn't say actual torture techniques on, on Twitch. Probably not be a good idea. Ah, I was just about to send someone to you. Glad you could save me the bother. I have a favor to ask both of you. I'm going to let the criminal walk free, and I want you to follow him. Ah, yes. Tailing the bad guy. Lead us straight to the... He's probably dumb enough to lead us straight to their lair. You see, our questioning has revealed that the bandits are indeed working with Shaltefite. If we cut one of them loose, he might lead us straight to their den. But if the mission fails and you're discovered, you may find yourself confronted with an untold number of outlaws. Again, I've killed gods. A couple bandits aren't gonna bother me. Of course, I considered sending my own men, but I suspect that by now, the bandits know our faces. After Berlian's little display in the gully, I'm sure she alone can handle whatever trouble may come her way. I like the way this person thinks. I'll go with her. Didn't you say that you'd be a burden in the last quest? Why are you coming this time? If this really does lead to Shaltefite, I need to be there when we find him. Okay, I guess you do. Very well. But if it comes to a fight, you stay behind Brilliant, understood? Aren't I the long-range fighter? I'll have the suspect brought over now, but remember what I said, and stay out of sight until he leaves. I thought I was the one supposed to stay in the back lines. Don't look at me like that. I said I'm sorry, didn't I? Oh yeah, that's definitely one of the guys with the weird mask. Aye, that you did. Several times. And as much as it galls me, there's no evidence to contradict your claims that you were acting in self-defense. Nor is there tangible proof that any other wrongdoing. We've no choice but to let you go. You have somewhere to go, I presume. Well, I suppose I can find work loading caravans in Alagiri. Seems as good a place as any for making a quick turning over a new leaf. Right. That's better. I need to blow my nose real quick. In that case, I'll have you escorted there. But you'd best keep your nose clean. Why? What? Huh? Escorted. Isn't the whole point to tail him? Or we'll come down on you like a tons of bricks. Turn over a new leaf, my arse. He'll be back among his thieving mates before long, and you'll be right there behind him. Excuse me? You might want to phrase that a little differently. Makes it sound like I'm gonna go join them. For now, all we need to know is the location of their den. I mean, I could just go take them all down right now. Do not attempt to approach the suspects. Okay, if you say so. I'll send word to Alagiri. Once you have the information we need, report to the troops stationed there. This is our chance. This is the chance we've been waiting for. Let's go. Well, I guess if there's not going to be any fighting, it's probably fine that she comes with us. Or at least there's supposedly going to be no fighting. Alright then, Alagiri's in the peaks, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's head on out there. Or do I have to actually teleport to, or can I just teleport to Alagiri? Yeah, I'll just teleport over there. Make it a little bit faster. Okay, gotta head out the north exit. Or entrance, whatever side you want. And there's told ya. And there's our, definitely turning over a new leaf bandit. There he is. So much for finding work in Alagiri. He's only just arrived and he's already leaving town. Now comes the tricky part. Keeping our eyes on him and his eyes off us. It's not really that hard. You just gotta, like, not make sure that the game tells you if you're getting too close or not. Stick close, but not too close. Yes, I've done this before. It's a tailing mission. Wonder if I should just mount up or not. Yes, I've done this before. Why are you giving me the tutorial? I guess I haven't done that since they added those tutorials. Yeah, see, it gives you a convenient circle to hide behind, or make sure you don't get in. So as long as you just stay out of line of sight, it doesn't actually matter. And don't get too close. Yes, I'm already hiding. Have they had one? Have they had a tailing mission like this with another NPC before? Maybe they have. You better have a look around first. It's clearly that it's pretty clear that you're in the ruins over there. Dude, are you literally walking in a circle? A stone. Okay. Bro, you can literally walk over to like a rock over in the corner and hit it with a pickaxe and you'll get like 100 gil. What do you mean left? You've literally walked in a circle. Are you serious? Or you better have a look around. You just did. Oh, this is definitely the weirdest tailing mission I've ever done. They literally just had him walk around the rock here. Yeah, this is definitely the weirdest tailing mission I've ever done in this game. Come on, man, let's get him move on. Now what, he's gonna just turn around here? Or is that all we needed to do? Oh, okay, she's over there. Okay. Duty complete. Yeah, definitely the weirdest tailing mission we've ever done. I'm sure you won't notice us here. Ah, there they are. Those are the merchants we met at Porto Pretoria, of course. What did you expect? So they just let you go out of the kindness of their hearts, is that it? Not only that, but you came crawling straight back here, leading whoever they sent to track you right to our doorstep. I swear it, no one followed me. The soldiers took me as far as Alighieri, and they went back the way they came. I made sure they were specks in the distance before I set foot outside the town. I suppose I've no choice but to take you at your word. Not that it's worth much. Well, now that this charade is at its end, let's change into something a little less drab and more leather daddy-like. I mean, never mind. I mean, that's obviously him. He's gonna put on his mask and then, as he told you, I was gonna be like, oh, I never would have guessed! Ah, there we go. And she's gonna be like, audible gasp! Chatelfite, why did you make us fight that woman without the blessing? She could have killed the lot of us without breaking a sweat, well, that's for sure. mere oversight, that is all. Though it pains me to admit it, even the invulnerability granted by the artifact, the likes of us are ever at the mercy of the truly powerful. Well, that sounds like me. I never expected that Mumblejaw wretch to hire a warrior of such caliber to retrieve the vessel. A pox on those interfering nincompoops. But the Mumblejaw girl didn't seem of the bad sort. Naive, maybe, but it's plain that her heart's in the right place. You truly are pathetic. Not only did you fail miserably, but now you're sympathizing with the enemy. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't rid you Give me one good reason why I shouldn't rid myself of you permanently. No, please! We owe everything to you, tell Fite. Without you, we are nothing. Right. They were all in on this from the beginning. While shall tell Fite pulling the strings. If this is how he treats his friends, imagine what he'd do to his enemies. I can imagine what I'd do to him if they'd let me fight him. Ah, there's the Mumblejaw guy. You couldn't stay away, could you? What? Imbecile! You led them right to us! Kakulja, eliminate these vermin. Oh, so do we actually get to fight him now, or is he gonna just talk? Probably just talk. Oh, nope, I guess we are fighting. Let me handle this, Brilliant. Are you actually a fighter? You're from Troll, working here as a mercenary, yes? The ones who hired you stole the Steelhog vessel from my village. We need its blessing to stand a chance against the beast of the forest. I can't return home without the vessel. How's that gonna help? Either you return home empty-handed, or you won't be returning at all. I'd rather not harm a fellow trolley, so get out of here before I change my mind. I've bought enough time by listening to your blathering. Don't let me catch you sniffing around our trails. Or tails. Did you really think he would just be like, oh, sure, let me help you? Shall Talfite and his underlings are out of sight. I thought I could make that Kakulja see sense, but he was clearly in no mood to listen. I'd say our best option is to report to the Resistance members in Aligiri and share what we've learned. I mean, this is about the right length for a quest anyway, so I guess we gotta return there. Alright, let's go ahead and teleport back to Aligiri and wrap this one up. Oh, I guess it's not quite the end. Let's see, looks like we got a tiny bit more to do. Oh yeah, there's the Resistance fighter. Let's talk to Tooljaw first. I went ahead and gave my account, though I expect he'd like to hear yours as well. Okay, I guess. Regardless of how things turned out, we appreciate your cooperation in the investigation. The information you've provided has certainly given us a lot to consider. From what I hear, you almost came to blows with the Mummlejaw sellsword. Yeah, you mean I almost, I had to, do something. Or Silex, I suppose. I'm glad it didn't come to violence, especially given the power these bandits have at their disposal. Again, he said that it doesn't protect them from the truly strong, like us. Even so, we thank you for braving such a dangerous mission. No thanks needed. We're just as much a part of this investigation as the Resistance. And I'm sure we can agree we'll need to work together to take down Chal Talfite and his gang. Their performance at Porta Praetoria showed us just how cunning they are. You mean you guys just didn't notice that it was him? It would seem so, yes. I'm told their little act was most convincing, and I'll be sure to warn my comrades against any similar shenanigans. As for the two of you, be careful out there. Don't worry, I think they need to worry. I think they're the ones that need to be careful. Anyway, let's go and wrap this one up. All things considered, I'd say that went fairly well. Chal Talfite used the same trick as the time he came to my village, namely, posing as a simple trader that when he's in fact a dastardly thief. Still, it's not even the most skilled, I gotta read this right. Still, not even the most skilled actor could fake the fear in his men's eyes. It appears that Chal Talfite has complete control over them, and they are powerless to resist. The only one who doesn't seem afraid is Kakulja. He even let us go when he had no obligation to do so. I think that if we had the chance to talk, we might find some common ground. No, probably not. Yes, I get that feeling. Oh, maybe Kakulja, yeah, but not Chal Talfite or whatever his name is. Sounds like wishful thinking to me. Well, if she's talking about the Mummlejaw guy, then yes. But if she's talking about the Elysian guy, no. So I'll just go with yes, because I think that's who she was talking about. I knew you would. I've never been much of a fighter, but I can make up for it in other ways. I'm a fairly good judge of character, for one. For most of my life, I've lived in a remote village deep in the forest. I had hardly any contact with the outside world, so the thought of talking to strangers was quite daunting at first. But over the course of my journey, I've traveled through all kinds of places. If there's one thing I've learned, it's this. Wherever you go, people are people in the end. People are people. In the end, our cultures and the places where we grew up don't make that big of a difference. None of us are perfect, and we each have our faults. And even if it's harder to find in some than in others, I believe there is good in all of us. That's why I hope we have another chance to speak with the thieves. And Kakulja. Only Kakulja is the only one that seems reasonable. Everyone else is just like, well, no. It's basically only the Elysian guy who's like the scum. Everyone else is just like trying to, he's like manipulated them into thinking that like they're being oppressed or something. Yeah, I guess we'll find out later. I'm certainly not strong enough to beat any sense into them, so I'll be trying to talking some sense into them instead. Well, that doesn't usually work. Usually you need a good, life-threatening situation to get people to change. Having said, well, all of that, I can't feel even a shred of goodness in that, yeah, see, Chalfontaine, yeah. Maybe I'm not looking hard enough, or perhaps violence is the only language he understands. Things might get a little rough before he's willing to listen, well, that's for sure. Anyway, we can save him for last. I'll try thinking of a way to reach out to the other members of the gang. Give me a little time, would you? Sure, I'll give you a good 5 minutes, max. Alright, that was the halfway point, right? Yeah, take me to your leader. Okay, go ahead and take a quick break. And then when we come back, go ahead and Finish up the last 3 quests. It's time to get up, stretch your legs, go to the bathroom, do whatever you need to, and I'll be right back. Alright. Let's get back to it. Let's go ahead and talk to Sitolja and continue on. The Milk of Mamalja Kindness. Sitolja's plan is taking shape. First, we'll need to track down the members of Talfinte's gang. Then, we'll try to convince them to leave. Oh, that's what she means, okay. Considering how terrified most of them were, I'm sure they're eager to free themselves of Chalfontaine and his outbursts. With fewer followers, he'll pose less of a threat to the people of Alamigo, and will stand a better chance of taking them back the Steelhog vessel. Can't I just ambush him and kill everyone? Of course, we know that Kakulja and some of the other members by sight, so it shouldn't take too long to track them down. In that case, let's start looking. Time for another exciting round of Quiz the Locals. I used to joke, I had a running gag for a while where I was always like, well, time to question the locals, and apparently everyone else thought so too. Let's try that one. Rest assured, I'm already a step ahead of you. Besides, if your role is to fend off the bandits and the like, mine should be to gather information and whatnot. Does that sound fair to you? Sounds good to me. As it happens, our resistance friend stationed here had some interesting news to share. Apparently, the two young men posing as merchants that we met before were spotted nearby, engaging in trade and conversing with caravan owners, all to nefarious ends, no doubt. They were last seen in a place called Alagana. That's a bit far away, but okay. So we should head over there right away. One has a beard and the other has blue eyes. Assuming they haven't changed their disguises, it should be fairly easy to find. Sure, blue eyes, that's very unique. A beard and blue eyes, those are both very unique traits. Anyway, let's go ahead and teleport up to Alagana, which is, like, in a completely different section of the, like, zone. Right, that's where we're going? Yeah, the orange circle. Convenient orange circle. It's very convenient. Alright, let's check out the circle, see if we can find what we're looking for. Ah, okay. Yes, our timid trader. Oh, I forgot to talk to the other guy first. Hello, sirs. Ah, good work, Brilliant. Why, good evening. What can I do for you? You can start by dropping the Affable Merchant Act. It's nothing but a front for your real line of work. Ah, save me, Chaltafite. Is that what you really want? You seemed so scared of him before. Look, we're not here to hurt you. We just want to retrieve the vessel. If you explain what's going on, we might even be able to help you. Why don't you start by telling us your names? Our names? Come to think of it, not once did Talfite ask us that. It was always you there, or some undeserved insult instead. I'm Avenel, and this is Pepin. Both born and bred in Ulda. We were struggling to make ends meet until Chaltelfite, claiming to be a merchant, took us under his wing. Right. He said that he was just like us, exploited and sick of bending over backwards for the rich and powerful. Ah, okay. They're talking about Ulda. not Gridania. That makes a lot more, not Gridania, Alamigo. That makes, Garabania. That makes a lot more sense. Then he showed us the artifact and told us it had the power to change the world for the better. With its blessing, you could shrug off the charge of an Arcs, whatever. Like it was a soft breeze, making you practically invincible. Or you could also just, like, get good. You can imagine how impressed we were, and we did exactly as he instructed. At first, he told us to pretend to be merchants so we could scout out vulnerable caravans. Next thing we knew, we were joining him on raids. We never wanted to hurt anyone, but we owed Talfite for giving us the power to strive for a better life. And when we saw what happened to anyone who spoke up against him, still makes my blood run cold to think of it. Talfite mentioned before that he's also from Ul'dah. Assuming he was telling the truth, that is. It seems to me his gang is mostly formed of people from similar background. But what about Cocklejaw? He's a mercenary, correct? Yes, hired by Talfite. He's so skilled, I doubt he even needs the blessing. Normally he keeps to himself, but he once told me about his homeland, an ocean away. Oh, what did he say? Perhaps it is not unlike my own, Avenel, Pippin. Even if you still view us as enemies, we appreciate you telling us the truth. No, we're the ones who should thank you. You show us more kindness than Talfite as ever. There is one other thing, though. Although you know about the crimes we've been party to, could you give us some time to straighten things out? Once this is over, we'll turn ourselves in, I promise. Of course, we're not the only ones looking to cut ties with Talfite. We'll try to persuade the others to leave the gang. Well, this is going to be easier than I thought. Not only that, with us acting as your men on the inside, we can help you take back your treasure. What do you say? This plan might just work. Count us in. We'll tell the resistance soldiers to hold off for now, and give you the chance to put things right. You won't regret it. We'll return to the den and talk to the others. Until next we meet, be careful. Well, this is going to be a little easier than I thought, assuming that he doesn't just kill them. Oh, it's Tilja. This seems to be going a little bit better than expected. To be honest, that went a lot better than I expected. That's what I just said. And although it was fairly obvious from the outset, they confirmed my suspicion that Cocklejaw traveling here to find work as a mercenary. Do you remember his reaction when we first encountered him? I have a feeling he and I, both from a similar part of Troll, and he was surprised to see someone like me in Eorzea. Whatever the reason, he's let us go twice now. He may be aiding and abetting a nefarious criminal, but I refuse to believe he's a bad person. I think it's worth talking to him, and for that, we'll need to create an opportunity. The way he spoke about his homeland to Avenel and Pippin means he probably misses it, which gives me an idea. Where I come from, we have a tradition of using incense burners. Dude, I know all about that, man. And if Cocklejaw's village is anything like mine, that fragrance will remind him of home. Then, just as he's feeling all homesick and vulnerable, we make our move. The incense itself is made from copal, a type of tree resin. This isn't the crafting quests, so I hope you're going to be taking care of that part of it. Do you think you can collect some from... Do you think you can collect some of that while I gather the other ingredients? I said this isn't the crafting. I guess I should have said this isn't the gathering quests. Also, can't I just, like, dance my way out of this with improvisation? Or, curing waltz? I'll try to find someone that sells the other ingredients we need. As for the copal, well, I suppose we could just buy some. There's nothing quite like resin straight from the tree. When it comes to the burner itself, luckily I brought my own. So I'll just give Cocklejaw mine. After I return with the Steelhog vessel to Tuliolol, I can treat myself to a brand new one. And why exactly are you keeping your incense vessel with you all the time? Anyway, let's go ahead and collect this sap. See, it looks like we only need to do, Purple Circle of Doom. Let's see, now which one of these should I start with? I'm interested to find out if one of these, because I was able to, like, skip the step for some reason. Anyway. Let's go ahead and start off with this. Okay, it's like that. Well, I was pretty easy. Any more? Oh, I guess I gotta actually collect it now. Alright, there's the sap. Let's head back over. Meet back up with Zeroldjaw. It's Zeroldjaw? Wrong character. Zeetoldjaw. Alright, Zeetoldjaw, got the sap. Did you get everything else we needed in those, like, 30 seconds I was away? Is that copal I smell? Probably. I don't know what it smells like. Oh my, this is quite the find. Once I mix this with the other ingredients, I'll have a batch of traditional incense ready for burning. Unfortunately, preparation takes a while, so in the meantime, perhaps you could begin the search for a Cocklejaw? According to the locals, a Mummlejaw has been seen near the river which runs through Rustrock. With all the dust swirling about this place, I can imagine he'd want to wash it all off somewhere. I find myself bathing more than usual here, so I can relate. Don't worry, I'll catch up with you once I've finished mixing the incense. I just have to follow the river and look for that big axe. Best of luck finding Cocklejaw. Alright, let's head over to the convenient orange circle and find Cocklejaw. Looks like, how far away is this? Oh, okay, just at the end there. It's interesting that they actually mention, actually, never mind. Okay, there's the orange circle, and there's Cocklejaw. Hello, Cocklejaw. Hope you don't mind, me interrupting your bath time. What are you doing here? Oh, there you are. Here, I have a present for you. It's an incense burner. The metal case is an old one I happen to have with me, but I made the incense from fresh ingredients, including copal that Brilliant collected. Why not try lighting it? I'm sure the aroma will bring back pleasant memories from home. Unless he left because he didn't like what was happening at home? Or has bad memories? There is no need. I'd recognize that smell anywhere. But as much as I long to return home, I'd rather not be reminded of what I left behind. What I might never see again. As things stand, I've no choice but to continue working as Talvite's mercenary, no matter what crimes he commits. Explain, please. But why? That's a terrible way to get an explanation from someone. The fare for a ship back to Troll is enough to buy a mansion here in Eorzea. At least, that's what Talfite told me. Well, that's not true. He said that if I serve him loyally, he'd cover the cost for my journey home. Well, that's a lie. Hold on a moment. Surely that can't be right. People rich and poor travel from Eorzea to Tuliyola all the time. Well, since I'm unfamiliar with the local customs for negotiations and such, shall Talfite offered to speak with the ship's owner in my stead. Compared to the journey from Thrall to Eorzea, traveling in the opposite direction is far more perilous due to the, weather conditions and so forth. Were it not for Talfite's skills at the bargaining table, the price would have been even higher, or so he said. This guy! I've been played for a fool, haven't I? Well, at least he realized it. That unscrupulous, slaving snake in the grass. He won't get away with this. I have an idea. You should come with me to Limsa Lominsa, where I can introduce you to the captain of the merchant ship that brought me here. He's sure to give you passage home for a fair price. To tell you the truth, I was rather hoping you'd join us in our cause, but you've already been through enough. Getting you home safe and sound comes first. I don't know what to say. Thank you for your kind offer, but I have unfinished business here, like killing that snake in the grass. Though I may have been deceived, that is no excuse for the harm and suffering I have caused. I alone must settle the score with Talfite. You sure I can't join you? That sounds like it might be a fun time. Once and for all. Oh, could you lead me to the base so I can take him down with you? Whenever you're ready, the offer still stands. It's a pity we couldn't join forces, but he's got to do things his own way, I suppose. In any case, let's head back to Alagiri. With all those soldiers around, at least we won't have to worry about bandits, which is more than I can say for this place. Again, you're with me. Do you really need to worry about that? Alright then, we interrupted someone's bath time, and now let's head back over to Alagiri. At least he realized he'd been played for a fool, and he didn't, like, double down on his stupidity or something. That's a bit harsh. He wasn't being stupid, he was just being tricked. Anyway, let's talk to Seatolja and wrap this one up. You know, Cuckoldjaw isn't at all like his first impression suggested. It was actually rather sweet, and perhaps a touch naive. Still, we can't blame him for being taken in by Talfite's lies. And Cuckoldjaw wasn't the only one. I can't bring myself to forgive that treacherous viper. Thanks to him, we've been led a merry dance, and still have nothing to show for it. With any luck, our newfound allies, Avenel and Pepin, will have good news for us before long. Alright, there should be 2 more to go, right? Yes. Ally in the alley. Seatolja appears to be somewhat discombobulated. Yes, discombobulation, yes. You'll never guess what. Someone I've never met before handed me a letter, who said they were asked to deliver it to an entirely different person. There's no way to tell who the message was originally from. And I'm unaccustomed to, well, everything around here. I can't tell if the letter should be taken at face value, or if there's some hidden meaning. Perhaps you can take a look. Brilliant is to come to the Alamegan Quarter and meet with a man in spectacles. Okay. She must arrive incognito. Well, that's why I'm gonna walk in with my big red dancer outfit. The instructions are clear enough, but even so, it's as suspicious as a month-old milk. On the other hand, it could be from Avenel or Pepin. While this smells like a trap, we don't have any better leads. I think we should do this as the letter instructs, but proceed with the utmost caution. I'll meet you there. Alright. Let's go and teleport over to the Alamegan Quarter and walk right into the trap. Well, this actually doesn't seem like a trap. Alright, where are we headed over here? Ah, there's Sitolja. That's not the button I had to press. Now that we're here, it's time to get you into the disguise. As for me, even the most elaborate costume in the world would do little to keep me hidden in a place like this, that's for sure. I'll stick to the shadows and watch from a safe distance. I took the liberty of picking your outfit for the occasion. Let's hope it fits, eh? Well, considering there's only one size for... I guess there's two sizes that you can adjust on a female character, but, it doesn't end up making a difference since all the glam ends up adjusting to your size anyway. The sash and straps are a bit tricky to get right, so if they come undone and your disguise falls apart, just come back to me and I'll help get dressed again. Yeah, we've done this before. This is just the first time I've done it since they added that tutorial. Okay, looks like the person I'm looking for is on the other side over here. Can I mount up here? Yes, I can. Very nice. And they said in the alley. And there they are. I have no idea who this is. Yeah, we haven't seen this person before yet. Maybe it's one of the other people? I don't remember what they all looked like. You must be brilliant, correct? I'm pleased to make your acquaintance. Our mutual friend Avenel sends his regards. Like him, I and several others have resolved to make a clean break, and to free ourselves from Chaltalfite for good. You and the Mommal Jaw Girl have done us a great service by giving us a chance to put things right before reporting us to the Resistance. Now, to the matter at hand. No doubt you are wondering why we must resort to such convoluted means to meet with you. Simply put, it's to avoid arousing suspicions of... Simply put, it is to avoid arousing the suspicions of Chaltalfite and those still loyal to him. As for why we've brought you here, there is someone we wish for you to meet. For now, I ask that you remain in guise. Okay. Like we gotta go around another corner. Some more back alley, suspicious back alley deals. Your cooperation is appreciated. One moment, please. Who's this gonna be? Is it someone we know? Oh, okay. I'm glad we've had this chance to meet. Would that it be under better circumstances. My attempt to put a stop to Chaltalfite's wrongdoings ended in failure. I tried to seize the artifact, but he was ready for me. Even so, it wasn't all for nothing. Thank you all for joining me, in spite of the ever-watchful eye of the Resistance. The time has come to initiate the next phase of my master plan. Until recently, we have concentrated our efforts on liberating wares from hapless merchants, but this was all in service to something far greater. Our disruption of the flow of goods into Alamigo has plunged the markets, and as a consequence, the city itself into chaos, exactly as I had foreseen. No it hasn't, what are you talking about? No longer will we be forced to crawl through the mud and lick the boots of the rich and privileged. We shall cast down the oppressors. They will suffer as we have. The meager shall inherit this land. Down with the old order. I have invested our funds into restoring and enhancing discarded magic weaponry. Now, nothing can stop us from taking over Alamigo, okay? Oh, tell me you're gonna just walk up and try and take it. That's enough, Shaltelfite. Your treachery ends here. Well, I can see why it ended in failure. All this time, I believed your lies, but no more. Give me the artifact now. It belongs to Sitolja and her people. What? But Cuckoljaw is Shaltelfite's right-hand man. Silence! Look at this wretched soul. That Mumblejaw girl has turned him against me, his one and only benefactor. Be warned, should any of you side with this traitor, no longer shall you bask in the artifact's blessing. Now seize him or face the consequences. Yes, that's more like it. Any future interference could place my entire plan in jeopardy. I must act without delay. He said that under his breath. I made that sound a bit more like he was announcing it. With the artifact's blessing and its shockwaves at their disposal, I was given a beating and thrown into the dirt. Later on, my friend here and a few other sympathizers snuck out and treated my injuries. More importantly, my attempted mutiny will no doubt have Shaltelfite panicking as he struggles to maintain his hold over the rest of the gang. An attack is imminent, with the palace his most likely target. I ask that you relay this to Sitolja, at the very least. She has the right to know the whereabouts of the artifact. Oh, sounds like he got wrecked. Alright, let's head back to Sitolja and wrap this up. Then we got one more quest after that. Alright, Sitolja, you'll never guess what happened. Mr. Mumblejaw decided to just walk up and say, "Give me the artifact." And can you imagine what happened next? It didn't work! So, what happened? Oh yeah, so Mr. Mumblejaw got wrecked. Then we were right to trust the sender of the letter after all. We knew Cuckoljaw had a score to settle with Shaltelfite, but I had no idea he tried to take back the vessel as well. I mean, what else would he do? He'd beat the guy and take the vessel. Though we may not be working side by side, I'm glad to count him amongst our allies. Speaking of which, We must inform the resistance about Chatofite's plan right away. We stand a far better chance of stopping him with their support. But given the power at his disposal, even that may not be enough, really. Didn't we literally make a comment earlier about how it doesn't work against the truly strong? You know, again, like me. I'll try to think of something. In the meantime, you should make whatever precautions you can. As even the smallest advantage may prove crucial. Oh, and I see you've changed back into your usual garments. Not that the outfit I chose didn't suit you, but I think this is more your style. Oh yeah, it is. I mean, I'm a dancer after all. And this looks like I'm ready to dance. Alright, let's go and talk to Citolja and start the final quest. The Mightiest Shield. Citolja steels herself for the final confrontation with Chatofite. Avenel and Pepin are on their way here. And how did they send that message? It's Chatofite! He set his plan into motion! We would have come sooner, but after Kakulja openly opposed him, he became even more secretive than before. He refused to share his schemes with even his most loyal. Now he's used a caravan to smuggle a load of Magitech into the city. He's about to launch an assault on the royal palace. Well, let me just go solo him real quick. We managed to sneak away, but Chatofite and the others will make their move at any moment now. Understood. We'll head there straight away, and what are you going to do? It's not like you can fight. You said so yourself. We've no choice but to face them head on. Well, I wish there was more I could do to help. I'd best leave the fighting to you. Well, okay, she understands that. No, what am I saying? There must be a way I can help. The treasure is from my village. I should be the one to solve this. I'm sure you'll think of something on the way. If you're in, you're in. There's no time to waver. Stand back and let me take care of this, and you'll figure something out. I thought I'd find you here. Or is this, Okay, that's him. Okay. Citolja, you've already done so much for me and the others Chatofite tricked into becoming his accomplices. It would appear it's in your nature to help wherever you can. Nevertheless, your place is not on the battlefield. You must leave that to Brillian and myself. Nice, we're gonna get to fight with him. But what about your injuries? They were not so severe to begin with, and those in the gang sympathetic to me provided various balms to treat the worst of them. I'm glad to know there are a few good eggs among them, but now that we've decided who's going, we need a plan. From the way Chatofite uses the vessel, it's clear that one thing he hadn't realized. It's clear there's one thing he hasn't realized yet. As we say in the village, cracks form in even the mightiest of shields. If there's a limit to the blessing's power, we'll find it. So you mean I just have to keep on hitting it until it breaks? Sounds good to me. Whatever you do, you'd better do it quickly. Chatofite and the others will soon reach the palace. We'll share everything we know with the resistance and ask them to come as quickly as possible. Be careful out there. Alright, time for the final battle. I guess let's go ahead and head over to the palace. Take down Chatofite. And recover the, whatever, was it, the steel jaw? I forget what the arm, it's the Dilla. The Dilla, steel Dilla. Artifact, where are they? Oh, there she is. Let's talk to Kakulja first, then Citolja. As I said, my wounds are healed. Even if they weren't, I'd still be here. That sounds slightly reckless. They must have taken the long way around. since the caravan won't be able to traverse the staircase. We, on the other hand, have no such concerns. Let's take a shortcut and intercept them. Then again, they may try to use the vessel's power to stop our advance. We'd best keep our eyes peeled for danger. You're the best choice to lead the charge, so we'll await your signal, except that I'm Rage and Kakoja is melee, so he should be on the front lines. Alright, let's go ahead and start up this instance. Ready? Well then, it's now or never. Sorry, this is charging into battle stuff is all new to me. I won't pretend I'm not scared, but I'll try to stay out of your way, and don't worry, just stay behind me. Besides, I can't afford to back down now, knowing what's at stake. Let's show FFXIV who he's dealing with. Duty calls. Commence battle for the mightiest shield? Yes. Infiltrating the what the heck is that bike? Okay. Infiltrating the city was almost too easy. Now go, comrades. The smoldering ruins of the old order will be the foundation of our utopia. That's as far as you go. I thought I'd seen the last of you. Do you not see that this artifact can lift up the meek from under the boots of their oppressors? Not just one isolated tribe, but everyone who's ever known fear. You can call me a villain, but it's you who would keep such a liberating power to yourself. No bro, it's called skill issue, and I'm just way stronger than you. You are no better than those who we struggle against, and only when your ilk have been eradicated will the world know freedom. The hour has come for us to rise up and take that what is rightly ours. I mean, like, I can understand if you were talking about in Ul'dah, but not here. My whole village might rely on the treasure's blessing, but we would never use it to steal from others. You lie, cheat, and sow nothing but misery. You don't want to cast down the oppressors. You want to be the oppressors. Ah yes, all 3 pixels on his coat. Silence! Enough of your sanctimonious prattle. Unbound. FFXIV Creven's Creed. So I just gotta keep whacking them until the shields break, right? Perhaps I am even a bit as wicked as you claim, but what of it? And he gets on his, like, Nero-looking motorcycle. Does your self-righteousness make you better than me? Yeah, actually. For you, and all of those who judge me unworthy, my hatred will never die. Alright, it's showtime! Once you let me do it, remember, it cracks form, even in the yeah. If you let me fight, I'd really appreciate that. Wonder if I can give him dance partner. Let me see if I can. Although it's probably not going to matter that much. Oh, I can. Okay. Let's go ahead and start out with the long one first. It's a pre-pull. Go ahead and heal us up a tiny bit. Because, you know, Dancer actually has some utility. I say that as if the other physical range classes don't. Yes, they do. Oh, there we go, one of them down. Let's go ahead and heal up while we do this. Oh, so I need to hit on this side? Oh yeah, I guess so. No, he's gonna LB, nice. Go ahead and give him a little bit of a heal, even though it doesn't really do anything. Okay, this one's on the back. Okay, that's one down. Go ahead and charge over here. Go ahead and do this since they're both on the same side. Hopefully that means I'll actually be able to hit it. Hit both of them, I mean. Alright, that's all of them down. So now can we, ah, yes, bunch of missiles. Great idea. So can I just destroy them all with this? Destroy some of them. There we go. Look at they shatter the barrier! The artifact's power is absolute! Nope, more of these. And use the dance to destroy everything. There we go. Imbeciles, show some backbone. So it's playing the goofy music still. So yeah, it literally only takes like one hit to destroy these. Let's go ahead and use the AoE attack to try and hit multiple. There we go, I hit two of them. Should be hit two of those as well. Wow, they're weak. Without the shield, they're weak. Alright, now we get to fight Mr. Motorcycle. Go ahead and use this to not take as much damage. It looks like this one came out. Well, I guess okay, I stood on the wrong side there. Let's try and heal up a little bit. Okay, that's enough. There you go, that gets me another final dance, or whatever it's called. I'm definitely playing this suboptimal, but I mean, like, what did you expect? I don't play any class optimal except for kind of warrior. Just gotta wait until the shield shows its weakness. Okay, yeah, I got this wrong last time because I didn't notice the, what direction the first one appeared. Okay, he has a bunch of potions, so I don't need even attempt to heal him. Which I guess makes sense, because most of the ranged DPS classes aren't gonna have, the, mechanisms to, or the abilities to be able to heal up another attacker. Alright, I guess I'll keep on taking these down while he takes down the... actually does the enemy. I think that's what you're supposed to be doing. Let's go ahead and get my burst ready for this point. Yeah, there we go. I mean, Dancer really is, in a lot of cases, just press the glowy button. There we go, now we're actually attacking him. This shouldn't last much longer. Or Raging Artillery, really, you're not going to get a chance to get that off. There we go. Duty complete. That was pretty easy. I mean, they're always easy. It's just, you just gotta, like, do damage. This looks like something I would expect Nero to be driving. We got the vessel back, and it's still in one piece. I mean, did you really expect it to break? Please, I beg you, give me the artifact. All the trials I overcame to join the Unbound. Everything I did was a chance for happiness. How about no? Without the blessing, I'm nothing. My enemies will live on, unpunished. Right. Enough! I've tried reasoning with you, but it seems there's only one language you understand. Ah! Yeah, I had read these quests were supposed to be a bit more goofy, but, like, it seems like they're trying to be goofy at times, but it just doesn't quite land. And I felt that for the other two ones that we've done so far. With the tank and the melee DPS one. Like, they've been in, like, the enemies being incompetent is, like, kind of funny, but it doesn't seem like they lean into it enough. Are you alright? Never better. Oh, good job. You guys are arriving a bit late. We surrender. Thanks for joining after we did everything for you. I'd say that Shaltalfite's plans for world domination are well and truly over. Not only that, but the Steelhog vessel is back where it belongs. Or at least it will be soon. Of course, I have you two to thank for everything. I quite literally couldn't have done it without you. Also, the quest wouldn't have started if I hadn't gone and picked it up. Alright, let's talk to Kukuljaw and Steeljaw, and then I think we're pretty much done with this. It's finally over. Come on, you make me go right back into a cutscene. Although the resistance arrived more than a bit late, well that's for sure, they've now taken Chaltafite and his cronies into custody. They're lucky we were on hand to confront the gang, or things could have ended very differently. I have to say, my first trip overseas was a lot more eventful than I'd have liked, but I'm glad I had the chance to meet so many interesting people. Well, apart from all the criminals, that is. That's for sure. As much as I'd like to spend more time seeing the sights and whatnot, I suppose I'd best to get the vessel back to Troll. What about you, Kakulja? There's only one thing I can do. Turn myself in. Just like Pepin and Avenel. Even if I was dancing to Chaltafite's tune, the fact remains that I committed those crimes of my own free will, and I must pay the penalty. Perhaps if I'm one day granted freedom, I'd like to pay my way home with fairly earned coin. The first thing I'd do upon returning to visit my village, and offer my apology for using the artifact to carry out evil deeds. After that, No, it's too soon to speak of such things. Wherever your journeys lead, you're always welcome in my village. Be sure to come visit one day. How about you, Berlian? If you happen to pass through Tuliolol, my grandfather would love to show you his appreciation for all you've done. Maybe I'll see you there? Well, I mean, considering that's where the next step in the quest is, yeah, you're probably going to see me in a second. Nope, I guess you're going to go turn yourself in, and I'm going to go get my quest reward. Bye-bye! Alright, let's head back to FFXIV and wrap this one up. That one felt like it went a little bit faster than the other one did, or than the melee DPS one did. But maybe I just have a bit more fun playing Dancer. Anyway, let's head back to FFXIV over here. Okay, let's actually just jump off the edge here, because I believe he's, like, right at the edge. Yeah, oh right, never mind, there's a roof here. There he is. Hello, Gramps. Your return to Brillian, but pray tell, what has become of my granddaughter? Well, she met a nice man, and she's on her way back. Why, I'm right here. We did it, grandfather. We took back the Steelhog vessel. My dear, what a relief it is to see you safe and well. Of course, I'm glad you were able to retrieve the treasure, but even that cannot compare to the joy of seeing your smile once more. Bit sappy there, sir. And to you, Brillian, I must express the sincerest gratitude. No doubt we have you to thank for Cetol Jaw's safe return, not to mention that of the vessel as well. Absolutely. I would have been lost without her guidance and bravery in the face of danger. Thank you, truly. Anyway, we should be getting back to the village. No doubt the others will be clamoring to use the Steelhog vessel to go hunting. Again, skill issue. Isn't that going to be like, they're not going to learn that lesson here? I'll be coming back to Tuliolol at some point, so hopefully we'll run into each other again soon. That's probably going to be for the after quest, the 7.1 quest. And we'll get to that once we get to 7.1 content. Until next time! Well, we'll see them again at some point. You're gonna make Gramps run? That's a bit mean. Alright, we get some decent materia. I mean, we get crit materia. That's all we really care about, right? I mean, determination and direct hit are usable. But crit's always the best. Some shields are made to be It's supposed to be broken. Anyway, that's gonna wrap it up for today. We got through another one of the world quest lines. Now we've only got 2 more to go there, which is gonna be magical range DPS and healing. Looks like the next one in the list is actually the magical range DPS, but we're gonna go ahead and do that later. Oh, what button am I supposed to press? This one. That's the right one. Anyway, that's gonna be all for today. Yeah, like I said, the next one we're going to be doing is the magical range DPS one, which we'll be doing as Summoner, because that gets leveled up alongside Scholar, which we'll also be doing the healer one for, because it makes it a 2-for-1 deal, so I don't have to level up another magical range DPS. Also, the only other magical range DPS that I have even close to leveled is Black Mage, which I really don't want to play. But, until then, goodbye.